Broadway, unlike you've ever seen it before. A dazzling season of stars.
The bottom line of it is truly, I'm just a comedian, and if it's funny, it's a gift.
It really captures the innocence of childhood, and I think it brings us all back to
And the boy that never wants to grow up, you know, and that's, we're all stuck there.
It's something very, very special about Broadway. It's just like this wonderful, exciting madhouse, and I absolutely love it.
From center stage to backstage, a first look at this season's hottest shows. Then,
I want to put my arms out and fly.
the child actors stealing the show.
They used to say, just pretend the people there are like in their underwear.
And the critic everyone loves or hates.
I'm aware of the gravity of that.
Plus, they're the hottest tickets in town. The shows everyone will be talking about this summer.
I am not throwing away my shot!
Tonight, it's Broadway Up Close, your backstage pass. Here's Simone Boyce.
Welcome to the American Airlines Theater in Times Square, where it is non-stop laughs aboard the glamorous musical comedy On the 20th Century. Take it away, boys. Here's a look at some of the best of Broadway this season, starting with Tony winner Kristin Chenoweth.
Veronique, the song dance number I do in the opening after she transitions and becomes a star is pretty phenomenal.
Kristin Chenoweth is on fire in the rip-roaring revival of On the 20th Century, singing and dancing her way into our hearts as vain Hollywood starlet Lily Garland.
She's a narcissist, she's an opera singer, she can dance, she's a comedian, she's supposed to be beautiful in Hollywood standards, she's in love. It's a crazy world, they're on a train. I'd like to think I'm not that cuckoo bananas, but I might be a little bit.
I hear that his failures have been fantastic.
The comparison between the theater world and Hollywood, what were some of the adjustments that you had to make? How are those two worlds different?
It's just very much on your talent. I mean, if you can't perform in front of a live audience and not lip sync and not fake your acting, and then that's the real deal. It can be very easy when you're in Hollywood to just rest on the way you look instead of what you lead with your gift instead of your face. I want to die on the stage. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing, nor can I do.
What's really old and completely fresh at the same time? Something Rotten. The crown jewel of this Broadway season is a royally irreverent musical about the very first musical in 1590.
They are going to be laughing, they're going to be singing the songs, they're going to be giddy, and they're going to be delighted.
We caught up with the cast at rehearsals, including Broadway vet Brian Darcy James, who plays down-and-out writer Nick Bottom.
We're trying to get under and beyond the shadow of William Shakespeare. We're theater artists, we're writers, we're actors, but we can't catch a break because William Shakespeare is the toast of the town.
Enter Tony-winning star of stage and screen, Christian Borle.
I think part of the work is done for me is that everybody knows who William Shakespeare is, but I think the fun that we're having with this show is that Shakespeare is kind of the rock star of his time.
If you love to hate Shakespeare, here he is in all his glory.
Every little thing about Shakespeare is what I hate.
The first song that my character sings is God, I Hate Shakespeare. But in this case, he's actually referring to the person because they're colleagues, they're collegial.
I hope that people laugh a lot. That's the biggest thing for me.
Questions are being asked about why the Queen hasn't addressed her subjects at this time.
Now on to more refined British sensibilities. Dame Helen Mirren won the Oscar for her startlingly realistic portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II in the 2006 film The Queen. She reigns as Her Majesty again, live in the audience.
It's something very, very special about Broadway. There's a community, there's a sense of excitement.
The audience is a regal retelling of the monarch's major milestones, from childhood to coronation and beyond, revealing what went on behind Buckingham Palace's closed doors.
I absolutely love the New York audiences. They are very responsive. And you know, this is a play about Britain and British politics and stuff, and they get it. They're very, very quick. You know, the British audience do this. They go, okay, what have you got? And the American audiences go, okay, what have you got? And it's a very different vibe.
Treat yourself to Broadway's Finding Neverland, and you won't find a dry eye in the audience or among the cast.
I am such a fan of the show, within the show, honestly, that I stand and watch it and just fall to pieces. I love when Wendy and Peter fly, and you know, of course, it's it's very theatrically done, and it's not like they're on wires or anything, but you imagine it's real, and I just love that. And of course, I love when the boys go. I can cry about it now.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer and Glee's Matthew Morrison light up the stage in this spellbinding new musical. Matthew Morrison stars as Peter Pan playwright J.M. Barrie, and Kelsey Grammer plays the theater producer that helped Barrie's vision soar. But Grammer also doubles as an iconic villain.
Hook is a great character. He casts a big shadow.
Now I'm stronger.
I gotta tell you, I was sitting next to this adorable older man who was just bawling after the show.
Yeah.
It brings grown men to their
No, it
knees.
does. I know. Well,
No one is safe in the show.
No, we're all boys, that thing, the Lost Boys.
Why do you think that is?
There's something about this story, the original one, the J.M. Barrie story, that just resonates with you. And I mean, I told my wife, we have a son now, an 8-month-old. I said, if you want to some kind of insight into your son, come and see this play.
TV and film actress Vanessa Hudgens makes her Broadway debut in Gigi.
I love Gigi so much because she's such an iconic woman. She really is very independent. She's not going to let anyone else create her future for her, and she stands up for herself. So I just love how empowering she is.
I've seen on your Instagram how you get ready for shows backstage. And I was wondering if you could help us get ready for this interview with a little warm-up.
Okay, you can do tongue twisters.
Okay, let's do it.
Tom met Tilly for tea on the train to Trenton.
Tom met Tilly for tea on the train to Trenton.
Tom met Tilly for tea on the train to Trenton. Tom met Tilly for tea on the train to Trenton. Tom met Tilly for tea on the train to Trenton.
Okay, that's much harder than it sounds.
Yeah.
Hudgens exploded onto the scene as a triple threat in High School Musical almost 10 years ago, and everything has been leading up to this.
I made sure for Gigi that I worked really hard on my voice because there's nothing worse than watching someone and them going flat or sharp, so I was like, that is my worst nightmare.
Coming up, An American in Paris.
It's like the coolest dream ever.
It's crazy.
Meet the dancing duo that will make you fall in love with the theater over and over again. Then,
I don't know what I want, but I really like to sing and dance.
Meet the little kids making a big impact on the set of The King and I. Next on Broadway Up Close, your backstage pass.